uh, I've researched about business loans, and in business, Elizabeth, nothing is guaranteed, and actually, I do have a question for that. I mean, I do want to know from you about the good versus bad debt. Um, like bad, like a lot of people, such as myself, think that taking a loan is bad, it's risky, but then there's a thing called good debt, and I just want to know, how do you like, what is a good debt to you, and how can you generate money from a debt?
Gotcha. Yes. So, I actually recently came to the conclusion, well, not like I learned that, like here in the United States, our attitude towards debt and stuff like that is different than other countries. And actually, how I learned about it was from that Netflix. Oh my gosh, the guy who like scammed those girls. Yeah, oh God, like the millionaire catfish, or I can't remember the name of but it's
Oh,
it's on Netflix right now. But I didn't realize like in Europe, like taking credit is something completely different, from like the United States and maybe Canada too. But here, in the United States, it's like I was mentioning before, we have that thing about comparable credit. So in order to get credit, it's kind of like when you're applying for a job and it's like entry level, but they want 10 years experience. It's kind of the same idea, right? So we won't give this to you until we've seen you do it before, but if no one will give you a chance, you can't really do it. So it's something that you have to work your way up to, start with smaller cards and it takes time to build a credit report. I mean, anyone that says they can like give you a beautiful credit report in 6 months, I mean, they're full of what. Okay. And that's the way it is. Okay.
yeah.
But as far as like, so good debt here in the United States would be things that, well, number one, build your credit, maybe like a secured credit card or something like that. You actually send the bank a check or whatever, and it helps build your credit. So that's good. But other good debt would be, mortgage, because you can write off the mortgage interest, and homes here, they tend to appreciate by a lot. It's very rare that you're going to sit in a home for many years and you're not going to make money when you sell it. So that's good debt. It helps you make money. Bad debt would be anything that you're using to try to fund a lifestyle that you can't actually afford. So, good debt to me, like in business or, personal, is a bridge to more money. So good debt is debt that you take
I
to
agree.
make more money. Bad debt would be, something that you would take to try to meet your obligations or fund a lifestyle that you truly can't afford. So to me, that is good debt, bad debt. Was there another part of that question that I'm missing?
So like, I wanted to know, how do you generate money from a good debt? So
Oh,
like,
okay.
if
Yeah.
you can give an example, that would be
Yeah. So, like in the personal side, I would say, a mortgage. You will probably make money. I mean, especially down here over the past couple of years. I mean, all across the United States, home values have just been skyrocketing, and homes are selling for prices that we just would have never imagined. So, I mean, that can be good. In terms of business, I would say, again, anything that you take that's going to generate money. A big one would be equipment, like equipment financing, right? So you take a loan for equipment, say it's a truck or a CNC machine, or something that can help you do work to generate business. A big one that we do down here are, we do a lot of med spa equipment. So if you ever know anyone who goes in get like work done, one of those machines, they sell for like $275,000, but the person who buys that machine, with of course with competence, but in general they can expect to make between $40,000 to $60,000 a month in revenue from that machine.
wow.
So when you look at what the monthly payment is versus what their anticipated revenue will be, it's kind of a no-brainer whether you have that payment or not. And let's face it, who has $275,000 to buy a piece of equipment. I mean, it's much easier to spread that obligation, and it helps keep your cash flow, you know, in check, because maybe you do have $275,000, but I can't tell you how many people do this, and it, like, I feel so bad every single time, but they will pay cash, and then something will happen, like, whatever, and then they're trying to meet payroll, and they don't have the money, and so then they're like, well, can't I, like, like, get some money out of this machine? And the truth is, you can, but it's very specific situations. And so 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. That would be another thing, if you get like a line of credit or something to, hire employees. Obviously, the hope when you hire an employee is that they're going to generate revenue for you somehow, right? Whether they're selling, or maybe they're doing your books, they're streamlining a process. So maybe they're not making you money, but they're saving you money. So, anything that's any loan that you go into that's going to help generate money for your business is good debt.
Oh, wow. Thank you